Hi, and welcome to the List Building Secrets. In this video, we're going to talk about the quick and easy way to grow a list and make money. Now, I'm sure by now that you have heard the phrase, the money is in the list. Well, it's definitely true. If you have a strong relationship with your list, then you can pretty much make money online just with your list. But if you have no list, then you will be spending weeks, months, or even years on end trying to make money. And that's why it's so important for you to build a targeted, hungry list of leads and buyers. Here's how to do just that. Now, in order to start building a list, you need three things. Number one, you're going to need an autoresponder or mailing list system that is preloaded with interesting email messages. And number two, you're going to need a squeeze page to convince your prospects to join your list. Now, let's not forget a freebie to encourage them to join now, and basically your call to action. Okay, so let's look at these three separately, starting with setting up your autoresponder. If you don't have an autoresponder or mailing list manager, then you will need to get one. While there are many scripts that you can install on your own website, I would highly recommend that you go with a third-party service like Aweber.com or GetResponse.com. This is because these services work hard to get your emails delivered, as it's common for emails to go to the prospect's spam folders. And of course, if you are a technophobe and technology kind of freaks you out, then using these third-party services will make your life a lot easier. Now, to set up your mailing list, you should do several things beforehand. You should choose the name and email associated with your new list. You need to choose whether you want single or double opt-in confirmations. Generally, double opt-ins cut down on spam complaints because what they do is they require somebody to confirm that they actually signed up on the list. Next, you need to write your own welcome message and any follow-up messages, and of course upload them to your autoresponder. Then you need to create your own opt-in subscription form. Luckily, you don't need to know any HTML web coding at all. Autoresponders like Aweber.com and GetResponse.com will give you this code. And they offer a lot of help if you need any help, like videos and how-to information on how to get started. Basically, you get that code, you simply copy and paste it onto your website, which is your squeeze page, or generally right below your call to action. Now here's a quick tip. The above steps are simple, although they do take time. Once you get past all of those steps above, setting up your autoresponder messages are generally a breeze from here on out. Okay, so now that you understand that, let's get into depth about creating your autoresponder sequence. Now you need to create at least one message. Generally, this is your welcome message, and you thank the prospect for signing up on your list. However, eventually you will want to add a series of messages that you send out over the coming weeks and months. And here's why. Your autoresponder will build the relationship between you and your prospects on automation, so you need to make sure you have enough in there. Here's a quick tip. You will want to send the first 3 or 4 messages, generally spaced out a couple of days apart, to help your prospects recognize your name and your emails. Now, eventually, you can move out to a weekly schedule. Also, make sure that your content does not expire or becomes outdated. You want the content to be relevant today as well as years later, so you don't want to have to constantly change it. This method will basically save time for you in the future. Now, the question that you might have is, Well, what should these messages include content-wise? Well, that's simple. High quality content. Each and every message should contain a tip, advice, or a benefit that resolves a problem that your prospects are facing. And e-courses are great for this. Simply take out a topic that your market wants. Create a short course on this subject, and then break the course down into about 350 to 600 word messages. These 350 to 600 word messages will be your emails. Now, hopefully you can create anywhere from 7 to 12 email messages. Of course, here's a quick tip. E-courses work very well because the constant amount of emails build anticipation for future emails. And generally what happens is it helps keep people wanting more. So for example, at the end of each message, you could say, well, in the next newsletter, you will be receiving blank. Because if you just send them a bunch of news articles here and there that don't connect to each other, what happens is you will lose their interest and create a less responsive list. Then, of course, you can add these email messages into your autoresponder.